to bind this one, we simply turn on the transmitter. You do have a flashing LED in there, a little red one. I've actually found a spot of sun, so very happy about that. And then connect up the battery. And you can do that before, because there's a nice little on-off switch as well, so that's rather good. And then you've got quite bright LEDs. I mean, being as it's a bright day, they are standing out quite well. Got red at the front and then blue at the back. So just going to sit that down there. And then to bind, you go up and then down. They've gone solid now. There we go, the flashing LEDs have gone solid. So go to your phone and then go to your phone Wi-Fi settings. Wi-Fi, and then you've got Fly FPV 1080p. Just connect up. There's no internet access, you don't need use up any data roaming or anything else. It's just purely the quad sets up a Wi-Fi hotspot, and then we're just logging onto that basically. So, and it usually warns you that there's no internet access. Come back to your home screen and then launch the Fly-FPV. And it comes up with some super duper graphics. And then we just enter into that. And then you've got your settings and everything here, which you can play around with. I'm just going to go straight into it as basic, to be honest. And then it's actually got a lovely run through here of how you basically do what I've just done, bind up, and it explains all the app functions as well. And if I've got a chance, I'll do those as well. But this is the one that actually launches the app. And there we are, we're live. Hey. It's not bad actually. This is such a little lightweight quad, and you know, to be honest, the sort of mount and everything, it feels quite Mickey Mouse and sort of lightweight, but it is a cheap lightweight quad. So I mean, if this produces and gets someone flying, I'm very happy with that. So there we go. So I'm just going to fly very basic to start off with, just see how we go, just using the transmitter. So we've got auto takeoff, auto land as well. So just do, we're up and away. That's nice. Got altitude hold, so, and this is our throttle, so we go up, down. As you can see, the altitude hold kicks in. There's a slight breeze around the garden. This rotates it to the right, rotates it to the left. This one goes forward, this one goes backwards, and that goes right and left. And you can use any combination of the sticks. So there we go, you can do a bank turn and still accelerate forward and climb at the same time. So I'm using like 3 or 4 stick inputs at once there, all at different angles. That's how you fly, really. That's all there is to it. It's really not that difficult. This is actually quite nice. I just wasn't expecting much. I love it when you don't expect much and then you get something really good. So that's in low rates. That's in intermediate rates. That isn't bad, actually. Flies really nicely. Whee! And that's high rates. Whee! Actually gets a bit of a move on. I like it. You could tilt, they could change the angle of the camera. I'm going to just spin that around. Oh, straight into the sun. It's going to love that. The breeze will be quite strong up there as well. It's not a windy day, but you might be able to see the trees just got a little bit of movement. Oh, that's what's happening. Oh no, it's way too shadowy for it to photograph there. I was trying to get a selfie actually. Not that I really want a selfie. I was just trying to show you what a selfie would look like on it. The yaw is a bit rapid on in high rates. Let me just show you that. So I'm going to bring it in nice and close. And if I just put a bit of yaw on, nothing. Yeah, it is controllable. Yep, no, I apologise, I was just doing it too much. I can do it really slow, even in high rates. But if I really push it over, it is fast. And if we alter the rates, because if you're going to use this for videoing and things, you alter the rates, keep it in low rates, and then your stick controls are so much slower. There we go, look at that, lovely. And quite a bit of jello on the FPV, but to be honest, yeah, I haven't noticed the FPV drop out yet. That's good. I could have put the camera angle down, which might have helped that a bit. So just going to stop the video in, take a still. I'm actually quite impressed with this thing. There we go, and again. There we are. So I'm going to bring it back to me. So I'm going to put the rates up. Yay! Let's see it flip. I thought that was a flip button, sorry. Oh no, it just turns the LEDs on and off. Oh! I must have read it wrong. Oh, I apologise for that. I thought that was a flip button. Oh well, some things you get right, some things you don't. I'm going to pop it into headless mode. What way will we bound? That's forward. Yeah, that is, so it's remembered exactly where we are. It's got a really convoluted way of telling you how to do headless and everything. Basically headless now, everything's forward that way. So even though the quad's now facing back towards me, that breeze is right behind me, so it's going to push the quad that way. Forward is always forward away from me, backwards towards me, and you can spin it and do all sorts of things. And we've got flashing LEDs to tell us that's what's happening. I'm going to press that and turn that off. You've got a return to home function, which will work brilliant if I go over there, I suspect. And then just press that one. There we go, it's going back towards me. But let me show you the error with usually the error. If this proves me wrong, I'll be very happy. So I'm going to do it from here, and it still goes that way. Because it's just literally in a level plane back towards this way. So if I take it forward and put it over there, it's probably a bit far for the camera to see. Now if I do it, it's still just coming back over that way. So it's return to home is useless on these things unless you fly directly straight away from you in the direction that you set it up in. You've got an emergency landing one here. Well, not land, it just actually kills the motors. I'll just show you that. So you simply press this one here. There we go, bonk. Just a resilience test as well. It's actually quite a sort of flexible little quad actually. Whoa, that wind's really strong. Whoa, this thing might struggle in that. I might struggle in this. What are you on about? You do have a landing button as well. Ooh, just see how that gets on with that wind. I'm going to stop the video and start it again just in case we lose anything. So it's actually been performing really well. Hey, nice. Range, oh, I don't know. How far would you want this thing to fly? Well, I suppose, oh no, sorry, yeah, I'm saying that, but then it's got FPV, so let's have a quick play around, shall we? I reckon you could fly it on FPV. I'm just going to hit something I know I am. No, it's flyable on FPV. That is holding really well. Yeah, so I'm just looking at the screen here. I'm not looking at anything else. And if you're wondering where our house has gone, it's next door. If you're familiar with the channel. Yes, whoa, that is really impressive. I am, yeah, well impressed with this. So you can tell when I look up at the quad, but that was pure FPV there. I'll just take it out back over our house. The only reason I came around the neighbours was they got sunshine their side. Yeah, so that was all on FPV. It's a nice little flyer. I like it. It is good. It is a great little flyer. I am really impressed with this. Right, I'm going to give it a go on the app, I think we tried everything else. Oh, the landing one, if you simply press that and it will start to descend, but that's exactly the same as just pulling the throttle off. So if I just press that, it'll start descending. I can choose where I want it to go. If I give it some throttle, it'll cancel it. But that's exactly the same as me just pulling the throttle off. And this one would be great for hand launch or hand catch. And the reason it pulled away from me, that is the wind is now behind me. So as you can see, the wind changes direction with these high trees very quickly. So I pop the controls on there, and then I'm going to pop the altitude hold on as well. And we'll just take it for a flight, eh? Well, not pretty. No, I hope it will hold in this wind. It's not. That is just. I'll tell you what. And the screen on here is really good. Whoops! You can see how much breeze we've got. Whoa! Now, usually when you're flying with apps, they're usually a lot lower on the power, as you can see. But you can up it here, and then up it there into high rates. It's still not as anxious as the transmitter, but it's pretty good. I like this quad, it's doing really well. Get flashing LEDs, which means the battery's running down, but whoa, this thing's done really well. I just love, I mean, the screen is really good, it's holding really well. Alright, there we go. I think we're finally out on power. Oh yeah, we are. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to stop the video there. To be honest, that was really impressive. I was honestly thinking we might come out and have a flyaway or an issue with it or whatever, but no, that has done extremely well. Actually, I'll get the battery on charge. I might come out and have a little play with it. Okay, got a spattering of snow to add to the frost this morning. So, just going to show you, I didn't show you how to calibrate it. I'm going to have to sort of lay down for you to see the LEDs. Basically, you pull both the sticks down and in, so like that, and then you get flashing LEDs. Hopefully the camera will pick that up. And that means the gyro's calibrated. So put it on somewhere level and don't move it while you're doing it, basically. There's another way of starting the motors. You just pull these down and out, and that will start the motors. Then it's now up to you to get it to lift off. There's no auto takeoff then. So I'm just going to have a quick go. I really like this thing. I think I looked it up last night. It's just over 30 quid, so that's pretty impressive, I think, for what it is. It's just nice. It flies really well, really enjoyable. Okay, now this switch here actually turns the LEDs on and off, and it's supposed to flip it, and I couldn't get it to flip yesterday, so let's just see. No, even if I hold it down it doesn't. So it doesn't flip. Really wouldn't be a deal breaker for me, to be honest. But if you want a flipper, then this is not going to be it, sort of thing. I'm just going to play around doing an orbit, I think. And the Wi-Fi is brilliant, a bit jello-y, but the actual, I don't think I've had any break-up on the screen at all. That is really cool. For a little 30 quid quad. Very nice. Oh yeah, lovely. Okay, we're going to concentrate more on the app today. So I'm quite happy just playing with this, to be honest. It's such good fun. Okay, so hand launch if you want to. So you just grab hold of it and then just press the stop button. Hold it for a couple of seconds, it will kill it. Or just pull the throttle down, you can catch it in your hand. I'm going to turn the transmitter off. Whoops, I'm going to knock the quad over. Another quick durability test there. There we go. This is doing it all with very cold hands. There we go. And like I say, you can tilt the camera angle down. Should we try it about there? I don't know. And I had a quick look at the footage last night. You do get jello and everything, which I would expect. Again, it is just a record one, and it's just a really good introduction to flying, I think. So turn on the controls. And then put the altitude hold on because it's an altitude hold model, and I'll run through the other functions as well along here. You can flip the screen around, so if you press that it cycles through a screen. So actually I'll show it to you. So actually just pop those off, and there we go. Oh, so let's do it like that, and then you can actually see what it's doing. So that's actually flipped the image, so when I go left it goes right. So just in case it's anything, why you'd need to do it I don't know. That flips it upside down, as you can see, and then that flips it back around the other way, and then if I press that again it brings it round properly. So now if we go left, right and right. So just in case there's any mis-setup along the way, I guess. You've got 3D if you want to, and if you've got 3D goggles obviously, but to be honest you could fly this on FPV, as I did yesterday. Yeah, it definitely flies on FPV, no problem at all. Yeah, this thing is just stacked. It's brilliant. Turn the lights on and off and everything. So return to home, like I said, showed you yesterday, it's not particularly the best. Any system without a GPS is never going to be great for return to home. And we've got headless mode on here as well. So that's basically all the stuff. But the app is really good. I'm very impressed with that for what it is. You do have voice control as well. I never use it because all you can do is take off, land, go forward, back and right. And it's just, I just don't see it at all. When you can give a command that it actually does a flow of path or something or other, that would be interesting. Okay, let's get up and away, shall we? I just love the way it flies. It's just really nice. If you're new to flying, of course, the first quad, I could see this being absolutely superb. Like I say, we could probably sort that jello out by changing the rubber dampeners on there, but for what it is, I think it's quite amazing. It just flies so nicely. So let's try a flip. Oh, it doesn't flip at all. Whoa, that's sun. Sorry about the sun. But no, it does not flip. There's no way you can flip it. I'll just try that one more time. No, it certainly doesn't. Nope, not going to do it at all. So we've got We can send it on a mission if we like. I've just got a tiniest bit of breeze that's catching it, as you can see. So press this one, and then we can just literally do a loop-the-loop, or you can do whatever you like, and it will just follow the path that you've chosen, sort of thing. And depending on how high the rates are, that depends on how far it will fly as well. You can still rotate it as you're doing it, and you still get up and down as well. I've never found a use for this. And you can cancel it as well, just press that and it comes back to normal ones, or you can just give it another direction halfway through. Oh, this one doesn't. Whoops. Most of them you can cancel as you go on, so yeah, I apologise there, no you can't. So what you'd have to do is just press return, and that gets rid of that. Oops, wrong one. Oh, I should have cancelled it the other way. There we go. Well, we're all learning today, aren't we? Sorry about that. So many different quads, so many different toys. So let's just put that back on again. And let's just pull that back up and off again. There we go. So that stopped recording, which is fair enough. Fair play on that. Look at this thing go, it's just awesome. Just superb, love it. So with that, what you have to do is send it on, and you just have to press that to cancel it back out. Sorry, most of them you press the return key as well. And you've got a gyro on it as well, so if we press this, we can actually fly it on the gyro of our phone. So tilt the phone forward, right and left, and any diagonals as well. You can rotate it as you're doing it. And I get the grandkids to turn as they're with the quad as they're doing it, sort of thing. So they get on with it really well. And if I up the rates, that will give us a bit more punch with it as well. You see what I mean? Even I naturally turn with it. It's really nice. The gyros, I find them quite good fun actually. And just turn that off. And you can use gyrus and headless, if I can see headless on it. I think that one's headless. Yeah, that's headless. So we've got the flashing LEDs telling us that, and then, sorry, that's forwards. So forwards is always away from me now. No matter what orientation the quad's in, back towards me. That's slightly off there, so that's forward and backwards. And then if you put that on the gyro as well, you can literally just play around. I like this. And like I say, I've not noticed any dropout on the actual Wi-Fi itself. So I'll do a quick range test. Just see how far we go. If we run out of signal, it'll just drop to the ground, so which is rather good. Let's just see how far we go then. Well, oh, you've just frozen up there. That's about 50 meters, so that's fair enough. It's still just about holding on the controls. Yeah, you can see it pulsing up and down there. So it was just losing control and just dropping down, but that was a good 50 meters, and that held there as well. So really superb. Okay, so you can also start the motors with pulling the two sticks down and out. And I'm actually going to just try it with altitude hold off and see whether or not it will fly without altitude hold on. I've basically finished the review, so I'm just being very brave here. Yeah, and it does fly actually, and you've not got altitude hold with it, no, so you're actually flying properly. Yeah, or does it hold? No, it's not got altitude hold on it. That is pretty impressive. You still can't actually kill the throttle, so it's sort of got a tick over on it as well, so that's fair enough. If you don't have altitude hold on, you don't have the emergency stop button either, so just be warned of that. I'm just going to point the camera angle down, just go up and do a quick sort of roof inspection. I'll pop the camera on again. This thing actually gets a shift on as well. For what it is, well, you probably know already. I'm totally impressed with it. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, just starting to get a bit of break. I reckon the Wi-Fi is pretty good for 30-40 meters. Oh, and we've got flashing LEDs there as well. So, but yeah, you could. Oh dear, don't look at the roof of my motorhome. It's absolutely filthy. There we go. Well, actually, it was quite nice and white today. So when the battery runs out or runs down, you get flashing LEDs, and then when it's actually, it will descend and actually land. It won't suddenly tumble out of the sky. I'm giving that full throttle, as you can see, and it's just going to come in and land. So there we go. Whoops. Like you see, not the best with those little tiny legs for landing on, but it shouldn't really do any damage. And if I'd have brought that down manually, it wouldn't have done that. It was because I was still trying to give it some throttle. Okay, and just to show you how safe these props are, when it comes over like that, it lands like that, I'm just going to start the motors, and then anything will stop them. Literally, they'll just stop as soon as they hit anything, and then they restart up. So if you bumped into something, you still stand a chance of recovery. Obviously don't rely on it, but that really shouldn't do any damage at all. And just to show you, if I now turn off the transmitter, yeah, within 2 seconds it kills the power, so it would just literally drop from the sky. Okay, so what did I think of it? Well, you probably know already if you know the channel at all. I love it. It's just awesome. It's real old looking technology. This is sort of original DJI Phantom look, miniaturized. Everyone did them. And then they sort of disappeared off. And then these guys have brought it back out, and you think, yeah, it's cheap, it's 30 odd quid, what's it going to go like? To be honest, damn good flying fun. If you're new to flying and you want a quad to go out there and just have a go with, this, I think you'd have a hard push to beat this, to be honest, with what's on it and the way it worked. For me anyway, if I was new to it and I was going to spend just over 30 quid, I think I would be buying this one. It does come with prop guards, so they just simply pop onto there, and then you get the one little screw. Again, all old sort of way of doing it. Nothing wrong with that. It works really well. So if you're new to flying, pop the prop guards on. You'll save yourself a lot of tears and a lot of sort of trying to stick these bits back together. But having said that, it's so lightweight, and if it comes down, it just sort of folds out the way. Really, it's really nice. As I showed, the props are nice and safe as well, and they're flexible as well. So really flexible. So you're not really going to do any damage if you do hit anything. Downside, I thought, was the camera. It is a 1080p, it shoots 1920 by 1080, but it's really low grade quality. I think all they've done is just pull it up from a 640 480. If you keep it small on the screen, it actually looks quite okay, actually, to be honest. I thought, well, only you can decide running through the footage. I think a lot of the jello, which is that sort of wobbling effect that goes up and down the video, is due to the fact that not the anti-dampening here. I think this is probably working quite well. I think this is just too loose, so the sort of minute movements here are just giving that jello effect on the actual camera, which is how jello appears. I personally would just ram a load of blue tack in there, and I think that would just make it a nice smooth transition of this anti-vibration into here. I think that would probably help a little bit, but I've reviewed it as it is, and to be honest, I wasn't too worried about it. I was loving the FPV on it, worked really well. The app worked really good as well. I mean, just so many functions on it, but really easy to actually navigate your way through, and lovely and clear on the FPV feed. It was just awesome on the phone. I thought for what it is, again, yeah, I'm not comparing it up to, you know, £1,000 drone or anything, but for what it is, I've come across a lot more expensive than this that don't do everything this one does as well. It doesn't do anything like exceptionally well, but what it does do is just give you a lovely feeling of flying. It's just nice. It's just, yeah, I don't know, it just does, for me anyway. The battery bay area, now it comes with a 750 milliamp hour battery, and it's a lossy micro connector, and you simply plug that into your mains, either your mains adapter, your laptop, your power bank or whatever. It's a USB charger, and it takes about 90 minutes to charge up. Now the nice thing about this, and this is old style as well, rather than having a proprietary battery, I have loads and loads of these batteries that all take lossy micro. They're all different sizes, up to the 750, probably take a 900 in there as well, 600, 700s, 500s, doesn't really matter. Come and buy them, they're all a quid. Well, not quite, alright. You get about 5 of them for a tenner, and I'll put a link down in the description. That means you get loads of flying time, but there's loads of area available area in there for you to get them into the battery bay, so that works really well. The only thing I would suggest is, like on this one, I put a little bit of sellotape around it, and because it just stops you pulling on that cable. The only way you can get that out of there once you've slid it in is pulling on these cables. Not really good practice. If I pop it in there, there, leave that little tag out, and then I can just simply pull that out, and then you don't damage anything. So that's a handy little tip, hopefully. And I was getting about 8 minutes flight, no problem at all, every single time, and it's freezing cold up here at the moment, so that was good. The transmitter was superb, even after I lost one of the sticks. I went and did the flight that you're just looking at with the night flight without this on, and it was actually brilliant because I can fly the pinching or thumbing, and I actually found it really good. I think I'd probably pop that one off as well. It's actually really quite a nice way of flying, so I found it really controllable, and I explained all the controls when we were out flying. I never did get it to flip. I just don't think it flips, or certainly my one doesn't, and that's no real. The novelty of just flipping them over soon wears off, I can assure you. These buttons here, by the way, are fake. Now, the other thing I really liked about it was the LEDs. They're really nice and bright. All in all, I love it, as you probably saw. It's your 30 quid. There's loads out there at this sort of price, but I think if I was looking, this would be certainly around the top of the area for the money it is anyway. So, hope you enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed having you along on this flight, and I've got my batteries all charged up. I'm off to have a bit more fun.